Hello and welcome to the in-news series of Drishti IAS. I am Pooja Devedi, and in this segment today we are going to discuss about Kashi Vishwanath Dham Project. This topic is important from the perspective of prelims and also from the perspective of GS Mains Paper 1 and 3. So let's begin with the various topics that we are going to look at. These are the many topics that we are going to discuss. I will try to make it as brief as possible for you, but also make it pretty analytical for you to have a mains answer writing practice on this. Let's move on and talk about why is it in the news. So the Kashi Vishwanath Dham Project has been inaugurated this afternoon by the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi. And this is said to be the dream project because Varanasi is the constituency of the Prime Minister of India, and it is a gift to the congested area of Kashi Vishwanath Dham, which was congested, but in order to decongest it, the corridor has been made in order to provide a direct link from the bank of Ganges to the Kashi Vishwanath temple. So here we are going to discuss about the highlights of the project, but before that, let's talk in brief about the background or history of the spiritual pilgrimage site of Hinduism. Now, the temple in its present form was built in the year 1780 by the Maratha monarch Ahilyabai Holkar, and that is why, for the very reason, it is considered to be the holiest of the Jyotirlings, as the Kashi Vishwanath Dham is considered to be the 12th Jyotirling. As it is from the one of the Jyotirlings, there are 12 Jyotirlings, and the last of the Jyotirling is Kashi Vishwanath. And because of the donation of gold to the domes, it is also known as the Golden Temple that has been dedicated to Lord Shiva. Now here we are going to discuss about many things, factual relevance of this particular segment from the perspective of prelims. And Kashi Vishwanath temple was constructed by Harichandra in the 11th century, but the present structure that we are seeing, because it actually went through a lot of invasions, the present form is by Maratha monarch Ahilyabai Holkar. And there are 3 domes, and the present temple has 2 domes that are covered in gold, that is donated by Maharaja Ranjit Singh, who used to rule Punjab. Out of 3 domes, 2 are covered in gold. And there is also an ancient well known as Jnan Vapi or Jnan Vapi, in which the actual shivling is stored, because the saint had to jump along with the shivling to protect the shivling from invaders. It is also known as the Well of Wisdom. So if it ever comes in your examination for state PCS or for UPSC, that where is Jnan Vapi or Jnan Vapi, it's in Varanasi. And the belief suggests, we have already discussed, that the idol of Kashi Vishwanath ji is hidden in the well, was hidden in the well to guard it from invaders. Kashi Vishwanath is situated on the western bank of the Ganges. Okay, let's move forward and talk about the renovation that has been done over the years, because it went through a lot of invasions, because it was invaded so many times. Restoration had to take place, and many iconic historical personalities were a part of the restoration, namely Adi Shankaracharya, Ramakrishna, Paramhans, Swami Vivekanand, also Bhamakhyapa, Goswami Tulsidas, and other important men and women with spiritual powers were a part of it. Now, if we talk about the current scenario, in 1983, the UP government took hold of the temple in order to manage it more efficiently. Let's move forward and talk about the project. Its foundation was laid in the year 2019. It is a dream project of the Prime Minister of India. And the project is designed to provide direct connection of Ganga Ghats to the Kashi Vishwanath. Because the roads, if you have ever went to Varanasi, Kashi, Banaras, the city of Lord Shiva, you must be seeing the notorious passages, the notorious congested roads have always overwhelmed the other beautiful parts of Varanasi. So in order to decongest the entire region so that pilgrims do not have any issues when it comes to an efficient, effective and more easy pilgrimage, this corridor has been developed, because the surrounding regions of Kashi Vishwanath, it's pretty congested. So in order to balance that, in order to get rid of that, not balance that, the corridor has been developed. And it is spread over an area of about 5 lakh square feet. The actual cost of the entire project is 800 crore rupees. The phase 1 has been built with 223 buildings, and the phase 1 of the project has been launched. Okay, and it's approximately 339 crore rupees. The phase 1 itself, out of 800 crore, it dominates with 339 crores for the phase 1. And there are 23 buildings in it. Remember certain factual points for UPSC. And a variety of facilities have been included, such as Yatri Suvidha Kendra is there, Tourist Facilitation Center is there, Vedic Kendra, City Museum, Viewing Gallery, Food Court will be available for the pilgrims, and it is designed to provide easy access for the disabled and old age people with provision of ramps, escalator and other facilities. And as we want to make India Sugamya Bharat, we must provide proper attention and care for the disabled people also. And if it ever is asked in your prelims exam, you can have an answer with this. And the Kashi Vishwanath temple will have an area of its own with a giant courtyard as well. Now, moreover, if we talk about the project, it will transform the area around the holy Kashi Vishwanath temple for better accessibility, for better motion, for better reception of footfall. Although the footfall in certain regions are not a lot, yet the space fails to provide proper accommodation. And in order to provide the Kashi Vishwanath temple direct visibility from the Ganges, it will be directly visible to the Ganges, the pilgrimage and the pilgrims will feel more spiritually enthusiastic. So spiritual enthusiasm has been one of the key points here. The 20 to 25 feet wide corridor, it will connect the Lalita Ghat on the Ganges to the Mandir Chowk in the temple premises. And this is one of the objectives, to make the temple easier to access and increase the space for better footfall reception. Okay, let's move forward and talk about another important point, the push for tourism. Push for tourism as the Buddhist pilgrimage site of Sarnath is also a part of Varanasi. And in order to provide better accessibility, better pilgrim satisfaction, better ease of motion, all this has been done. Not only that, but also the Rudraksh Convention Center. You can see the Rudraksh Convention Center. It's very important from the perspective of ease of doing business. How you say? Because it is, first of all, it can seat 1200 people and has divisible meeting rooms, an art gallery, as well as multi-purpose pre-function areas. So dignitaries can definitely have much more confidence for any sort of important cultural or any sort of meeting here. Another, the famous Ganga Aarti and the Aarti at Kashi Vishwanath will also be telecasted through LED TVs throughout the Varanasi region. Also, the Ganga cruise service, this is the cruise service. This will be provided, more talk about the boost to the service. This will be provided a better infrastructure. The road infrastructure has also been upgraded. Proper LED lighting information has been done. The Varanasi railway station has also been upgraded with addition of an air-conditioned waiting room. So as you can see, a lot has been done to provide state-of-the-art facility. As you can see, Deen Dayal Hastakala Center, for which the foundation stone was laid in the year 2014. This is providing better and proper accessibility of the handloom of Varanasi for the purpose of selling as well, because it is open to public, as well as it is open for private handloom sectors to provide their goods over here. Okay, so remember all this from preliminary point of view. Everything is provided in this segment. And if we move forward, we will know that heritage restoration is also something that was emphasized upon by the Prime Minister. About 40 lost temples, they were again excavated, and because of that, the lost heritage of Varanasi came to the fore. The important temples that were excavated were Gangeshwar Mahadev Temple, Manukameshwar Mahadev Temple, Javinayak Temple, and the Shri Kumbh Mahadev Temple. So all this because the buildings that were congesting the entire area, when they were broken down, so many temples came to the fore. So now, if we move forward, we will find that it is important for India to raise its cultural glory and bring it at par with the infrastructural needs. Pilgrim accessibility, especially at this point of the hour, it's very necessary. Why? If the pilgrim satisfaction occurs, it will enhance the ease of doing business. Tourism will be given a boost forward, not only domestic tourism, but also international tourism. If the oldest city of the entire world, that is Kashi, gets its lost glory back, again become a spiritual center as it always has been, with better infrastructural amenities, it will prove to be a boon for the other spiritual centers as well. As the Ministry of Culture, Ministry of Tourism, all these need an integrated support for better satisfaction in terms of pilgrimage, in terms of tourism, in terms of heritage restoration. Now let's move forward and talk about the question. Discuss in detail about the Kashi Vishwanath Dham Project in 250 words. Okay, so that's it for today. Tomorrow we shall meet again with another segment. Until then, stay updated and thank you so much for watching.